guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel where we learn everything ethical hacking. If you're just joining me, of course, don't forget to like, share, and comment on my videos. And lastly, turn on the notification bell so that you don't get to miss any of my updates. We've been on an interesting series, the pen test methodology, but I will be taking a shift here to quickly show us something. Call this a bonus, right? So I will be showing you the fastest way that you can use to find any users across the social platforms or any platform you want to think about. This is one of the hacks that I use to perform reconnaissance when I'm searching for any user to gather information on the target. Instead of going through database platforms by platforms, I just on my terminal initiate a command with a particular tool and I get all the necessary information I want as regarding that particular user. So I will be showing you this. Remember, the goal of pen testing, apart from finding vulnerabilities, the next thing you need to learn as a pen tester is how to optimize your speed. And this is what this particular tool will do for you. So just before I progress, this is just a heads up. Come this Friday, I will be showing you how to perform web application pen test. So don't forget, do make it a date to make sure that you are part of that particular session. Do ensure that you keep a tab on my channel. If you're not following yet, please do well to follow, and of course let your notification bell be on so that you don't get to miss the lesson. With that being established, I will jump right straight into the lesson. Do enjoy the lesson. Cheers. All right, I will be using a tool called user recon. Let me see if I have it here, just in case if I don't have it here. So it's a good thing, so we'll download it together while you guys watch. All right, so I don't have it yet. All right, that's good. So I'll just quickly go to GitHub. I'll just go to GitHub. I'll just come to my browser. Okay, let me use this first tab so I can just terminate this. And this was the previous exploit. So I'll just navigate. Let's do this. Let's see. Okay, so we are on the desktop. All right, that's fine. So I can just clone this into cd opt directory. So if you want to download or clone application from GitHub, it's always advisable that you clone it or download it into the opt directory. So I'll just navigate into my opt directory. Let me see what I have here. Okay, so this is the only thing I have here, so I can just clear this, for instance, and I'll come to GitHub. So GitHub is a repository for downloading tools, learning different attack vectors, just upskill yourself as well. It's an open source repository, so I'll just come to GitHub. So we want to download the tool that we will be using for this particular exploitation, right? So I will just search user raccoon, user raccoon. Now hit enter. Let's see. So tip. I want to believe this is it. Let's hit the first one. Let's see. Let me scroll down. Let me see. Yep, this is it. So I'll just I taught you how to download application, how to download tools from GitHub. You can clone it or you can download it directly. So I'll just copy the URL here. Let's go git clone this. I'll come back to my terminal and I'll just do sudo git clone, and I'll paste the target. I'll paste the URL, beg your pardon, and hit enter. I'll supply my password, and immediately it will start downloading. All right, very quickly. So you can see it has completed the download. If we do an ls here, you can see we have the directory now, user recon. We have the folder user recon that contains that particular tool. So we'll just clear this and do an ls here for us. So let's navigate into the user recon. Let's see what we have inside. So you can see license readme user recon.png, and this is our file here. Again, if you don't know how to use this on GitHub, you can come down and read about this particular tool, what you can do with this tool, so and how to install it as well, right? So very quickly,
very quickly, we'll just go back to that tool and we'll initiate, right? So let's come back here. So this is the file, the executable file that we would be running. So I will just clear this to an ls quickly here. So but let's see the permission on this particular file. ls-l, let's see if it has an execute permission. User recon, you see it only has a read write read permission. Sorry, we have it here, read write read permission. Let's give it an execute permission. So to do that, we'll just do sudo, change mode. That's change modify. All right, so plus x, I'll just do plus x, we just give it an execute permission. So I'll specify the file name, recon.sh. Alright, so this is the file that we want to change the permission, and I'll hit enter. So if I do a long list in here again for us, you can see it now carries a read write and execute permission as well. You can see the x here, right? X means execute. I did teach us this. If you don't understand permission, please look up my previous videos on permissions, how to set permissions. Alright, so I can quickly clear this now. Do ls here. All right, so this is the file now. This is the file that we want to start that. So just quickly do sudo space dot forward slash. Now specify the name of the executable file, recon.ng, recon.sh, and I will hit enter. Alright, so you can see it's up. So the next thing we want to do here is to specify the name of the target that we want to look for. So I'll just use a random name. For instance, I can decide to use John Doe, for instance. John Doe. I don't know this user. I'm just using a random name here, and without space, I'll hit enter, and the check is up. So this will come through all the social handles you can think of, all the social platforms you can think of, to look for this particular user, any user with this exact name. So what this does, it saves you the stress of going to look. Take for instance, you need to log in Instagram to look for uh, this particular handle, and if you couldn't find it, you now move to Facebook platform, you do the same thing, now move to Twitter. So but with this application, you get all these on your fingertips, right in front of you on your terminal. All you need to do is just to click on the URL provided, and it will take you straight to the profile. So but for every social platforms out there that it couldn't find this user, you will see it will say not found. For instance, now you can see this particular user was found on Instagram, it was found on Facebook, it was found on Twitter, but on YouTube no record found, on Blogger no record found, on Tumblr no record found. So this particular search will continue until it completes, and at the end of it, it will generate it in form of a report. It will give you a txt file detailing the full results. So this is the fastest way that I have discovered that you can use to search for any user online. So again, I want to believe this was more than helpful, but I'll just give it time for it to run. So at the end of this, now we should be able to see the results. Mind you, it's combing about 80 something database. I can't be specific now, but I know it's up to 80 platforms that it will go through to comb for this particular user information. So let's just see it through. So you can see it has just completed the search. You can see it has saved it as johndoe.txt, but let's go through to see all database that it was able to go through. So let's see the social handles: Instagram, Facebook, Twitter. It couldn't find any on YouTube Blogger. You can see all through SoundCloud. Let's scroll down. Instructables, it was able to find also on instructables as well. Let's see, trip advisor, you can see, I think I saw on Slack just now. All right, so you can see on Slack as well, eBay, as the case may be, hackers news, and so on and so forth, TripAdvisor, and so on and so forth, even on Canva. So again, this is like having all this database in one place. So you're trying to go to each of these websites to navigate to the search bar, to begin to comb for users. This takes away that particular stress and streamline everything, make the whole process easier for you, especially when you are performing reconnaissance, when you're trying to find any particular user on the net. So but let's quickly try one. Let's check out the results. Let's see. Let me see that of, let me see if I have any on GitHub. Okay, we have one user on GitHub here. So I'll just quickly, I can just click on the link, or I'll just copy the link, and or you can just directly click on it from here and it will just go. Alright, so you can see we have a user here, John Doe. I don't know this person, but again, this was just for educational purpose. So it's that simple, right? So this is the user on GitHub with the name John Doe. Let's come back to our terminal. So you can see it terminated the process on its own upon completion. So let's just go ahead and look at the txt file. Let's see what we have inside the txt file. Alright, so I will just clear this. For instance, I'll just clear this. If I do an ls here, we should be able to see the file. You can see the txt file here, johndoe.txt. Let me use a text editor to open this. I can just use Pluma, for instance. Open johndoe.txt. Pluma is a text editor. Just this way back, so you can see the full information that we have here. These are all the addresses, right, with the handles, with the platforms, social platforms where it was able to come through, right? So think I can just, all right, so you can see. But if I use probably maybe like mousepad to open this, you might be able to see the total number of lines here. That's to tell you the number of social platforms that it was able to come through. But again, this was it for now. I want to believe you find this lesson interesting.
Alright, so with that being said, we've come to the end of today's lesson. If you're just joining me, please do well to hit the like button, and of course don't forget to subscribe to my channel. See you all in my next video.